And crews are starting to see more and more damage from the ground in areas like Mexico Beach as more roads are now becoming passable. The destruction unprecedented on the Panhandle. Our Megan Roberts was one of the first crews escorted inside Mexico Beach. It happened earlier this afternoon.
So this is the farthest west we've been able to travel yet, and that really anyone can travel. The roads are starting to become more passable as more debris is being cleared away, but we were only able to get to this area because of a government escort. We are stopped by this massive mound of debris. As you look further into Mexico Beach, you can see where there are crumbled homes cracked in half, even some lifted off their foundations and blown across the street. The further west we drove, the worse this destruction got.
More and more help continues going in and out of these coastal communities, some still only accessible by air. Law enforcement, power crews, cleanup crews, and more government officials getting a first look at the extensive damage. We caught up with U.S. Senator Bill Nelson in Mexico Beach, where he said he's working to see that FEMA gets to where they're most needed.
Making the assessments, letting people know the individual assistance that they're entitled to, letting businesses know what they're entitled to. We are resilient. It will rebuild.
And the State Commissioner of Education working to get schools secured and get students back in class as soon as possible.
And it's actually in school that things start to return to normal for them. And so that's one of the reasons that getting back to school so quickly is such a priority for us. But FEMA does a great job of coming in and bringing in temporary housing, so those that have had the devastation can have somewhere that will be cooled and have water and they can actually live in.
Duke Power is working to get some schools up by Monday, potentially a couple hundred schools impacted by this storm, some totally destroyed. I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.